Today I'm commuting from Siargao to Siargao, taking multiple ferries across the Philippines. One of them is an overnight ferry, a surprisingly convenient and budget-friendly way to travel through this country. And honestly, it's an adventure all on its own. It's been a long journey already, one that actually started the day before. After leaving Siargao on a shaky and delayed ferry, we missed our connection and had to spend the night in Bohol. In hindsight, it turned out to be a fun little side adventure. But the next morning, we boarded a less shaky ferry to Cebu and eventually made it onto the ship we are standing on now. So, what is it really like to spend the night on a ferry in the Philippines? Let's start at the beginning of the journey with the overnight ferry. We start the journey by heading through the terminal, doing all the usual check-in tasks, paying the terminal fee, swapping our digital ticket for a paper one, and finding the right queue. This ferry terminal almost feels like an airport. There are gates for each departure, proper security checks, and even a shuttle bus that takes you all the way to the ferry. We are boarding now the ferry. It's quite an interesting entrance. Hey. Oh, and there are also some cars and truck coming with us. That's cool. Wow, okay. Hello. I guess we are carrying all the luggages with us. No way, stairs. These stairs were super steep, so carrying up the luggages was fun. But we finally arrived at our tourist class section, and stepping inside feels a bit unreal. This is my first time taking a ferry like this, and my first time spending a whole night on one. So before settling in, we are going to explore the ship, see how everything works, and find out what the night on board actually feels like. It's all part of the experience, and we are discovering it together as we go. For now though, these are our bunk beds for the night. Where do I get the bedding? Wow, the view from here is not too bad. Hello!
Yes, ma'am.
Can I get the bedding?
Yes, ma'am.
How does it work?
We have to get your one ID, then your ticket.
Okay, we have two people. Are you keeping the ID? Yep, the ID is deposited until the morning when I will return the bedding. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So that's 2 sheets and 2 blankets. What about a pillow?
We don't have one.
No pillow, okay.
There's some pillow.
Okay. I had to exchange my driving license for this beauty over here. It's not a super thick blanket. Luckily, I brought lots of heat tech stuff with me, so if I get cold, I can dress up. Now let's get back and sort out the bed. Thank you, sir. Let me introduce you to my home for the next 10 hours on this overnight ferry. We are sleeping in bunk beds, that is in the travelers class. And what else do we have? Nothing. I have a mattress though. A very soft one. It's quite nice, and the mattress itself comes with a little pillow elevation, and I don't know if there's any light in here. Oh, we have some hooks, so I think I can hang something here. Oh, I think I can navigate my own aircon. That is a good one. I think I find the lower bunk bed a bit cozier. It feels like you have a little section to yourself, like a little caterpillar, and then you have your own little light. You can like fully immerse yourself in that bed. One thing though is that there are no like blinds or curtains in here to close up, but I guess it's fine once they turn off the light and we all get to sleeping. Let's explore the ship while we are not moving yet. What else we can find here? But first, some context on where we actually are. The Starlight Ferry is a massive ship built to carry a whole crowd of passengers through the night. Our route will take us all the way to Surigao city, where we will arrive early in the morning. And from there, we will catch yet another ferry to finally reach Siargao Island. Okay, time to head back to exploring the ferry. Coin-based charging station. And in here, I think we have a bit of a canteen with eating options. Oh, and they even sell food here. Let's see what they have. When it comes to food, you definitely won't go hungry on this ferry. There's a bit of everything. Cooked meals, snacks, desserts, drinks, even hot dishes if you want something warm for the night. It's surprisingly well stocked, and there are plenty of options no matter what you're in the mood for. Until what time do you serve?
Until 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay, thank you. Apart from the food, there are a few small comforts on board too. You can even sit in a massage chair and unwind a bit before heading to sleep. A surprisingly nice touch on a night ferry. And then there is another ticket class entirely, which we are about to explore. Instead of a bed, passengers here get a reclining seat for the night. It's a different way to travel, but still part of the same shared journey across the sea. That looks really
You can lay down.
comfy.
Like this one, just press the black on and try to.
Oh, that is nice. Oh wow, it goes like full on.
That's cool, right?
That's very nice. I like that. It's very comfy, very cushioned.
And if you want to back here, just hold this one and
Up.
yes.
There are way less people here, so you're like way more in a private space, and there's a little bit of TV. Oh my god, I have to like lay down. This is so nice. And back up. And you have so much legroom space in here as well. Apart from the seats and the laying beds, do you have other sections? Like
Yes, upstairs we have economy seats here, the open air accommodation.
so is there any private cabin? No private cabin. And while the lady says that there is no private cabin, some of the Starlight ferries do have private rooms, even VIP rooms. However, I think the one that we are on right now did not have it. Okay, now let's head on to explore the outside, where I am at right now. Ta-da! It's nice that they have like this little walking section here. You can just like get some fresh air, probably see the waves moving around you once we start moving. And it's quite big, this space. To be honest, I have like a fear of big ships after watching Titanic. It just, I don't know, it's a bit scary to be on one in the open ocean, especially for 10 hours. But luckily, we'll be sleeping throughout this whole time, hopefully. So everything is gonna pass quickly, and hopefully it's gonna be a smooth ride with a little bit of like baby shaking, and I can fall asleep nicely. So while I have the opportunity, and there's not much happening yet, check out the bathroom, because that's a big important thing. Okay, everything is empty. Welcome to the bathroom. In the bathroom right here we have 4 toilets and 3 sinks. It's quite compact but has everything that we need. There is also a little bit of fresh air coming in that helps with the very strong like chlor smell, and it looks very clean. I mean, it looks a little bit dated, but definitely clean. And after getting familiar with some of these places on board, let's head back to our bunk bed. It's time to set up the bedding. So I have the blanket and the sheet. Looks really clean. Actually smells like washing powder. Really strong washing powder. So I put that on top. I honestly have no idea how to put on that sheet in one smooth move. I had to lift the mattress multiple times and move it back and forth, but somehow it worked out at the end. So the only thing missing now is the blanket. Let's just open it up. Oh, it also smells like such good laundry detergent. Very fresh, flowery. So super clean everything. By the time I started setting up the lower bunk bed, I felt already quite experienced in this, so it felt that it went a little bit smoother, but looking back on the footage, it took me equally as long. Well, it's not like we have a rush anyway tonight. There's not much else we can do other than sleeping. There's a shower room as well. I didn't expect to find that on board. It's very simple. You need to bring your own soap and anything you need, but luckily you can take a shower if you want to in the morning, in the evening. I assume though there will be like a long queue when people start waking up. Boarded now, so it gets busier and busier and everyone is settling in with their stuff. It gets really cozy now. It feels like we are in a big group the next 10 hours all together, getting to our destination. It's time to take a seasickness pill 1 hour before we start. Again, I'm a little bit late, but better to take it now. I don't expect much like shaking because it's a big boat and it should have like stabilization in itself, but better safe than throwing up. So 1 chewing tablet. Oh, salty again. Need to drink something. Ready for the worst, but I hope it's not gonna get there. Everything will be fine. We have a few more new additions to our travel pack, and one of them is this towel from Sea to Summit. And I've seen a few people, they attach it from here to here and create themselves like a little door. So I'm gonna attempt to do just that. Nice package here with the, like, ooh, it's really soft, nice. Very good one. I really wanted to have one because it's so thin and so light. It's quite big, so you can use it as a towel for the beach or like a little door. And I'm not sure what people do, if I'm honest. I'm trying to copy them, but I'm really not sure. Okay, so I'm thinking that one... there's like a little screw. One here. And it's not working. It's not gonna work. Maybe on the life jackets? Then... Nah, I have it on one side attached, but not on the other one. Oh, I guess it's not happening. My bunk bed is all ready and set up now. I'm gonna be changing into warmer gear because it is quite cold here, and also something cozier. And then I'm gonna be getting inside, ready to get to bed. It is 9:30 p.m. now, and I think it's gonna be quite an early night for me today. But we are not gonna be sleeping just yet. There's still a little bit more to explore. We've started moving already. I haven't even noticed. I was in the cabin and I was like, are we moving? Is the engine working? It is. I don't feel any wave whatsoever. It's super calm, super smooth. I think the seasickness pill was completely unnecessary, at least for now. And we are now leaving Cebu behind us. Bye Cebu, until next time. And while I was outside, I stumbled upon yet another area of the boat, another ticket section or class, whatever you want to call it. I found a section with the open bunk beds, and it actually looks super nice. You have like direct ventilation coming from there, natural sea air. It's perfect. And also they have like these double bunk beds, so you could sleep with someone together. I don't think it's bad at all. This is really nice. Maybe even better than the air-conditioned section, at least I think so. I don't know why it's cheaper in ticket price. I would pay more to be up here. Really like that you can just walk around the classes here. On the Ocean Jet ferry, it was locked, so you couldn't just check out the business class, or if you're sitting in the open area, you couldn't go down to the lower one. So it was very much limited to the section you're in, but here you have full-on freedom. I mean, obviously you have to sleep in the section that you have booked, but otherwise I really liked it. Time has come to wash myself. All cleaned up, teeth are clean, and I'm ready to now finally jump into my bed. Few steps left to get ready for bed, and now this can count as a night ferry ASMR. Kind of. Hello, new day! Yay, we made it. There's a full sunrise greeting us as well. I'm never up that early to see it even. Wow. That is really beautiful. I clearly need a coffee. I'm not ready to film without a coffee. Wow. And the water is so calm. There is nothing, no waves. We are almost there. I can already see the island. So I better get going. Can I return my beddings? Yes, thank you. License is back. So we are just docking onto the port. It's so sunny this morning. Now the sun is like full on up and it's really, really hot. We are all packed up. Everyone started to get ready. To be honest, if I hadn't been woken up, I would have just missed it completely because I was so deeply and nicely asleep. My English tenses definitely need a coffee first, but we have now reached the last stop to hop on the last ferry to reach Siargao Island, and I'm so excited. And the night itself, it was truly calm. Even though there were a lot of people in the room, everyone was surprisingly respectful of the quiet. No loud conversations, no disturbances, just a shared understanding that this was a place to rest. So this ferry commute will definitely be one that I will remember. And we are back on land! Yay! Oh, it looks nice here, very green. Bye bye, Ferry, as she stands there in the sunlight. Okay, now, hopefully, oh.
Where are you going?
Thank you. Whew. So tense already.
Good morning, Mom. Going to Siargao, Mom?
No.
Wow! Great! Baliktad ako siya. Susudo ba ito talaga? Susudo. Sige, sige.
Give me the yellow one.
Hi, guys.
Thank you. Straight, yeah? Once we arrived, we had to switch terminals to catch our final ferry. The commute is only a short walk, but the moment you step outside, you're surrounded by people offering you rides and all kinds of services. If you don't know any better, this is where you could easily fall into a tourist trap. But if you do want to support a local business, taking a quick taxi for a short distance isn't a bad option either. And after a short wait at the terminal, there it was, the final ride towards Siargao. This ferry was smooth and fast, a simple crossing compared to everything before it. But honestly, all I could think about was how unexpectedly fun the night ferry had been. The calm, the simplicity, the little moments that made the journey feel special. And then, finally, we arrived in Siargao, a whole new island to explore, and that adventure begins in my next video.